Oh, thank you. So what are y'all doing today? Besides hanging out with me. It's Monday, right? Hopefully a short week for work. Same work schedule for us. Our typical shows and everything. But 2.5 days of work. That's nice. You're organizing. What is that with Christmas? I've never heard of organizing during Christmas time. I thought that was the time in order to just like let stuff fly. So, let's see here. I believe if I step away, you'll still be able to hear me. Check, check, check. There we go. Weird how that works. I don't know if I'd call that a male attitude. I'd call that a procrastinator's attitude. I think I learned that one from my mom. Oh, fine. Oh, fine. It's just me then. Just me. So, I had a request for some slide guitar. I'm going to do that in a little bit. Sorry about the chair squeaks. You get everything with these microphones. You're lucky I eat beforehand, or else you'd hear my stomach growl too. Thank you. So let me tell you a bit about those. That first one is Van Halen. The that came out on an album. I don't remember which album that came out on. Now that I think about it, I want to say that it was 1984, but I don't think it was. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. The other song that I just played for you was D by Randy Rhoads, who was the guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne in the early '80s, and that came out on Blizzard of Oz. I always liked that. He was a classical player in addition to like heavy metal and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, he was a really good player. And they always surprised people with like every metal album that came out, there was always like this little classical part on there. But he's the one that was famous for whatever that thing is like. Oh, I gotta get more distortion on it if I'm gonna try and rock out here. Why am I out of tune? That's so not cool. So very rock and roll though. There we go. I don't even remember this. Something like that. I don't remember. It's funny how these things from like 20, 25 years ago just pop in my head. Songs from like Firehouse and Queen and oddly enough, things like Pantera and Cannibal Corpse and BB King, you know, just like all of these different genres. So you always see me perform with I never liked metal till Jeff does it. Yeah, so you've always seen me perform with Danica and the Jeb, like as a duo. But there was a period of time in college where I was I don't know what you call it, a fill-in. I'd basically ask for double pay, and people would send me a list of like 40 songs for their set, and like 2 days before the show, and I'd learn all 40 songs real quick and go and play a show and then forget them all. And that was just kind of my life for a long time. I mean, I filled in for hundreds of bands doing that. And now trying to, like sometimes those like just weird little licks come into my head. So I should practice that one and do it. I'm sure that there's a backing track somewhere for that song. Same thing with Van Halen. There's got to be some good backing tracks for some of the stuff that he does. All right, let me start off here. Get a nice, let's see here. I'm supposed to turn the bass up, tone down. I had to start taking notes because we're getting into the range where there's so many tunes that for me to get the right tone. There we go. Pop a little of that on there, pop a little of that on there. And see if I can do this. Oh, you might remember that one from last week. That's Imagine from John Lennon with, it was redone by Chet Atkins and Mark Knopfler. Mark Knopfler's from Dire Straits, and Chet Atkins is just from Chet Atkins because he was badass. Thank you. So, I see Kruna here. Hi, Kruna. Hey, Kirk. Hi, Mom. Hi, Wifey. Miss K. Locke. Maybe Susie. Hi. Sonia, what's going on? Are you feeling better? That's the most important thing of the day. Are you feeling better? You got to be doing okay. Judith, hi. Gordy, I see you here. MJ Smitten. Hi. It's good to see y'all here. I got a bit distracted by the by everything, the squeakiness of the seat, the internet not working, the guitar being out of tune. Holy cow, man. What else can go wrong? You need to downgrade your mics. Yeah, good luck with that, man. Is there a little button there? Is there a little button? Oh my God, there is a little button. There's a little button that says -10. If I do that, you won't be able to hear me though. Yeah. So, let's see here. Let me tell you about what's going on. Thanks to a number of people in this room and a number of people not in this room. Witty man, it's not just WD-40. I imagine Weight Watchers is my friend too. I think the seat's probably just like, man, you can oil me, but that's not going to help. So what was I saying here? Oh yeah, so thanks to thanks to everybody in this room, and thanks to everybody not in this room that comes to Danica and the Jeb, we have some new equipment that's going up on Wednesday through Friday, and I'm going to have it all ready for Saturday. And that includes a new camera. And if you listen really carefully, the reason why everything has to be the way that it is for my classical guitar and my other guitars is there's no pickups on those guitars, right? So the mics have to be this loud. The thing with a microphone like this is it picks up other things, like the computer is going right, the fans, you know that. You turn your computer on and you can hear it. The computer is going to be going back here behind everything, turn the other way, so that I can set up a chair over there and be able to load files and download files, sitting comfortably. But then I'm going to put up some kind of a mild sound barrier there, so that that won't be coming from the computer to the microphones quite so easily, and it should take that noise floor down a bit. It won't fix things like the squeak. This is the first week I've actually heard it squeak like this, so I'm a bit bummed. I kind of wonder if maybe the two seats got switched or something, but no worries. All right. So I had a request for some slide guitar. This is a song called "Feeling Bad Blues," and the first time I played it, I was upstairs and I'm just testing it out, and Danica comes in, looks around the door frame there, and she says, "Man, that sounds really, really, really sad. What are you playing? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just learning a new song. It's called Feeling Bad Blues." And she was like, "Wow, okay, well, that's super appropriate." So here we go. One of the hardest things to do on guitar is play slow and intentional. this is a deep song. I have a habit of speeding it up, and we're going to try and hit every note and just take it in. But you don't have to feel bad. Hopefully this type of song will actually make you feel better. Thank you. What do you think? So let me ask. I missed a lot of what you said. Is this something you'd want to hear again? Should I add it to the list? Should I add it to the list of stuff? That's called Feeling Bad Blues by Ry Cooder. Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah. Hot and humid day in the deep south. So, there's an episode of Family Guy, and they're in the deep south, and Stewie, the little baby, is learning how to play banjo, because I don't know if you know about Stewie, but Stewie's like super smart and totally not about the deep southern lifestyle, right? But he finds this banjo and he's like, "Sweet mother of God, what is this bliss?" And he starts learning how to play. And then they got him sitting outside with a little bit of wheat in his mouth, just kind of hanging off his lip. He's got his banjo, and he's like, "Warm outside today, warm outside yesterday." And then he just starts playing. And it's just something that I've remembered for years. It's just, yeah. I think that's, I think that that song's just really similar to that. All right, let's see here. So I think I have my nerves about me now. Anytime tech goes wrong. Anytime tech goes wrong, I get a bit agitated from it, because like I have to be in a brain space to be able to play this stuff, and it throws me off. I played this one a month ago or so. I'm gonna do my best to do it. I had to stop playing it because my arm was hurting. So I switched this song to my acoustic guitar. You always hear this guitar plugged in, but this is you're gonna hear this guitar acoustified with the microphones this time. Here we go. All right. This is Tommy Emmanuel's version of Blue Moon. And I'm just going to say this. I'm going to make mistakes, and it's okay, because I love this song, and I just want to share it with you. Wowzers. Have y'all heard that song before? Could you recognize it? Sounds great to me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's easier to play on an acoustic than on that resonator. So let me tell you something about guitar that you probably don't know. Each one of these strings is made out of metal. I'm sure you know that. And some of the strings are just one strand of metal, one super thin strand of metal. And other ones are two strands of metal, one that's a center core, and then the second one wraps really, really tightly around it. Just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wraps like that. The ones that are just single strings, like string 1 and string 2 on the guitar, you can bend. Strings that are the center core with the wrapping on it are much harder to bend. You can bend, but the note doesn't go up as high as, you hear how high that note goes? Then you have different thicknesses, and on a guitar it starts at 9. Well, it depends on the set of strings. This particular guitar starts with 12 on this side and like 56 on this side, and what those numbers mean is the diameter of the string. So this one's only 12 1/1000ths of an inch wide, and this one is 56 1/1000ths of an inch wide. But the reason why I tell you that is electric guitars quite frequently have a bottom string that's 9 1/1000ths wide. This guitar has one that's 12 1/1000ths wide, and my resonator has one that's 16 or 18 1/1000ths wide. And you do the math on it, which I'm not going to go through because this is not a math class, right? But you do the math on it, and what it works out to be is this guitar is about 40% harder to play per note than an electric guitar. The resonator guitar, the one that I was doing slide on, is about 40% harder to play than this one. Does that make sense? So an electric guitar is easiest to play, then an acoustic guitar, and then a resonator. The heavier the string, like the bigger, the thicker the string, the better the sound, like the clearer the tone. So on an electric guitar, the strings go through they go through pedals and they go through all this electronics. So you don't need thick strings to make it sound good. But on an acoustic guitar, you need thicker strings to make it sound good. And on a resonator, when you're sliding and everything, you want every one of those notes to be crystal clear. You have the thickest strings on them that there are. So there you go. That's your explanation of the difference between an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar. And something I found out that I thought was fascinating. Most people play an electric guitar with 9 gauge strings. I usually play with 11 gauge strings, which are substantially harder to play. Stevie Ray Vaughan played on 13 gauge strings, and it's rumored that at one point he was actually playing on 18 gauge strings, which I don't know how he did that and didn't break his guitar, because an electric guitar is not built for that. So a steel guitar is something else entirely. It's played entirely different. It's often played like this, and then then you have your slide, and you, right? Clearly, slide is not meant for this guitar. You have to have a certain amount of height between the strings and the fretboard to be able to play slide. Otherwise, you just hit frets and it sounds awful. But when you're playing on a steel guitar, pedal steel, lap steel, any of those, you don't actually bend the strings with your hand. You just push down the notes, and then it's your foot. You push down, and there's like a little lever on the ends of the strings that pull them. right? And there's like if you have 10 strings, you might have 10 pedals, and every pedal is going to pull a certain string, so you can control it that way. So I wouldn't say it's harder, and I wouldn't say it's easier. It's just, it's different. It's different. Is SRV your guitar hero? I have lots of guitar heroes. I need to show you this thing that's upstairs. I don't have any way of doing it right now. It's a picture that has in writing like my 6 or 7 big guitar heroes. Stevie Ray Vaughan's definitely one of them for his style of music. Yeah, would you bring it down, Danica? That would be fantastic. That's awesome. Let's just do that. I kind of like this guitar, just recorded. And you can hear that because it's microphones, just a subtle change in the direction of the guitar. Right? So, guest appearance by Fanica. Would you mind coming back here and just they want you. They want you on camera.
I'm wearing sweatpants in my pajamas.
Okay. All right.
I'll say hi.
So, there we go. This is let's see here if I can get it without any reflections. This is upstairs. It's a guitar. This is made out of paper mache by an artist named Joe Lamano in Seattle, Washington. You can go see him if he's still there at the fish market place. I don't remember what they call it, pier something, Pike Pier. So I feel like I should have put my guitar down so I don't break my guitar on accident. But I'll make this work. So the names here: Fernando Sor, Spanish guitar player. I'm actually working on let's see here, variations of a theme on Mozart's Ninth that was done by Fernando Sor. So I'll be playing that for you within a month, hopefully. Michael Gurley, huge influence for me. Was played with a band in the late 80s called Dada. You might actually see me on stage with him at some point. We've been discussing the possibility of doing a joint show with him. I think that'd be amazing. Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know Stevie Ray Vaughan. Paul Gilbert played with Mr. Big and Racer X. We saw him live a couple of years ago. Yngwie Malmsteen. Yngwie Malmsteen's a Swedish neoclassical guitar player. Think Bach and Mozart, but with distortion, long hair, gold chains, and chest hair. Eddie Van Halen, you know Eddie Van Halen. And then Django Reinhardt, which I'll be playing some Django Reinhardt at some point as well. He's gypsy jazz from like the 30s and 40s. All right. Now, what do I do with this that doesn't damage it? I'll put it right there. Yeah. Okay. So, I haven't done any kind of electric anything with distortion, so I kind of feel like I should do something. Joe Satriani request. Got it. Well, let's do that. I can do that. Thank you all for being here. It does just fly. Yeah. Absolutely. So, let's see here. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say right now. I'll be back in 5 hours. Danica and I will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Central. And then we're going to see you on Christmas Eve, possibly, if you're not doing anything, at 7 p.m. Christmas Eve night and 1 p.m. Christmas afternoon. Before and after the big man shoots down your chimney and eats all of your cookies and leaves you some presents, which this is what I want for everybody this year. Not iPods, not iPhones, not anything like that. I just would like for you to all get your shots and be healthy. That's it. Just be healthy and be with us for next Christmas, because we've lost so many people. I barely can even talk about it, because there's just been so many people who aren't here, family, friends, and people who used to watch our shows that are no longer here. So be here next year. That's the best present that you can give us. Just be here next year. So thank you, and we'll see you in a few hours, okay?